Oh, this is just a big mess. This is a big mess. It's like students like to work backwards. They like to fuck up everything and then like, why didn't that work? Oh, because I wasn't doing this. Why didn't that work? Oh, I wasn't providing positive incentive. Why didn't that work? Because I didn't practice. Why didn't that work? Because I don't have relationships with students at the academy. Why didn't that work? It's like, why bother? Why bother starting at the end? Why bother, Zenik?
I don't know why you'd bother starting at the end.
Why bother starting at the end, DKO?
See, to learn the hard way.
Why bother starting on this report? Alright, let's see how much of this we can take. Judging by the way my last date went with this girl, in other words, boring because I failed to direct the interaction, I understand that I've given her minimal incentive to see me again. A painful realization, especially considering how much fun I had with her last week. So all this week I've been feeling anxious about the state of my relationship with her. So I figured I needed to do something. I wanted to see her again, so I gave her a call yesterday to arrange to see her. She didn't answer her phone, which doesn't worry me because she leaves it off half the time anyway. She always gets back to me, so I left her a message. Hey, Kenna, it's PF. It's Pillow Fort. I was wondering if you want to grab coffee with me tomorrow around lunch. Let me know. All right, bye. But this time she didn't get back to me. Lunch came and went, never heard from her. This isn't a good sign. Obviously. So now I'm stuck. On one hand, repeatedly calling her automatically puts her on a pedestal and clearly sends her the message that I value her expectations more than mine. On the other hand, my expectations of seeing her and that she gets back to me have been violated, and I feel anger and sadness because I initiated this relationship. I care about where it goes, and I don't want to just leave it at this. What relationship? I can acknowledge that because I have failed to assert sufficient authority over this interaction, she has minimal incentive to meet my expectations. It's a painful moment like this when I realize I have probably lost this girl's interest due to my inability to direct this relationship. Yes. Now I understand just how valuable she is to me. But I can accept that if I lose her, it will be because I don't yet have maturity to or ability to lead her in a romantic relationship. Did he lose her, DKO?
He lost her.
Zenik, did he lose her?
He never had her in the first place.
Asshole, shut up!
Yeah.
Your name is not Zenik. Tell asshole to shut up.
Bogler, asshole, shut up. He never had her in the first place, so he couldn't lose her.
Yeah, he never had her in the first place. Obviously, he didn't lose her. So regardless of the outcome, what is the right thing to do? Should I just leave this and forget about her and move on? Or should I call her thousands of times and leave angry messages on her phone, reprimanding her failure to get back to me, punch her in the face, and shove her head through a painted glass window? What do you think, Travo, is the correct answer?
If I was him, I'd move on.
Move on. What would you do if you were him, DKO?
I would try one more time, and then...
What would you do if you were him, Zenik?
I'd try giving her some positive incentive.
What would you do if you were him, Boggles?
Yeah, I would call her and give positive incentive.
Okay, so everybody gave the wrong answer. What is the right answer, Travo?
I don't know.
DKO, you have the right answer this time? No? Zenik, you got the right answer this time?
No.
Boggles, you got the right answer this time?
Punish her, and then give her positive.
Okay, since everybody gave the wrong... What? Travo has the right answer?
Right answer?
What's the right answer?
He should be more worried about his relationships with the students at the academy.
Oh, there you go. See, Travo is a genius. He pays attention in class. You should be doing the basics. You shouldn't be trying to conquer women when you can't even fucking form a relationship with your own bros.
Bros who don't have periods or anything. No.
Yeah, bros don't even have periods. Bros aren't going to make excuses. You're right, it speaks for itself, blah, blah, blah. I know what to do. Yes, exactly.
Did he say I know what to do?
Yes, he knows what to do. And here's what he does, since he knows what to do. I was up front of a busy bar last night, and when I'd ordered my drinks, I stayed at the bar with my friends, and then suddenly some girl... Oh, I think we actually covered this one.
Oh, yeah, I remember covering this one.
Yep, we covered that one. All right, good.
Yep.
We could get rid of that. Delete that. Boop. Go back. Concrete. Wrote. DKO.
I can't see your screen. Hold on.
Travo?
Yo, this has been bugging me for a long time. I'm super expressive with friends and family. My voice inflection completely mirrors what I feel and think. When I say I gotta piss a lake, I gotta piss a fucking lake. I reach a hurdle every time I'm with workers, bank tellers, McDonald's, and people who have authority over me, boss, teacher. I speak in a monotone, hushed tone with people who have authority over me and workers. Sometimes even particular strangers who look intimidating transforms me to Mr. Monotone. Here's my question. Is it appropriate to have voice intonation when you're interacting intonation when you're working with workers, such as McDonald's, cashiers, bank tellers, etc., and teachers, professors, boss, potential boss? Because I tell you, I speak like Robocop.
All right,
with
enough. DKO,
right.
Is it appropriate to have voice intonation when you're interacting with workers, teachers, professors?
Of course. It is appropriate because if...
No, it's not appropriate. Zenik, is it appropriate to have voice intonation?
I thought it was.
Boggles, is it appropriate to have voice intonation?
It is.
No.
I mean, you have to show respect, but
No. What does this question even mean?
I don't know what voice intonation is.
Are you intoning right now?
Me? No, I'm not getting ready to intone.
Oh,
I don't even know what that means.
It's like retard school here.
Inflection.
I-N-T-O-N-A-tion. Intonation. Intonation. The pattern or melody of pitch changes in connected speech, especially the pitch pattern of a sentence, which distinguishes kinds of sentences or speakers of different languages, cultures. The act or manner of intonating. The manner of producing musical tones, specifically the relation in pitch of tones to their key or harmony. Something that is intoned or chanted. Okay. Where is it? Oops, close that. Is it appropriate to have voice intonation?
Yes.
What is intonation?
Voice inflection. Voice inflection.
It's like saying, is it appropriate to talk when you're talking to strangers? Zenik, is it appropriate to talk when you're talking to strangers?
Yes. I mean, it can't really be inappropriate.
So then why are you telling me the answer to this question is yes? Is it appropriate to have voice intonation when interacting with... Let me ask you a question. Hello, Zenik. How are you doing? Is there voice intonation there?
No.
DKO, let me ask you a question. Yeah. Hello, DKO. How are you doing? Is there voice intonation there?
Yes.
How do you know?
Because it's low. It sounds low.
How do you know there's voice intonation there, Travo?
Because whenever you talk, there is always voice intonation.
There's always a tone. This is a sound. Listen. Is that a tone?
Yeah.
Zenik, is this a tone?
Yes.
Yes, that's a tone. Is this a tone?
Yes.
Whenever you speak, are you making tones?
Yes.
So what is the better way to ask this question?
Is it appropriate to have...
what is he asking?
Voice intonation? I don't know.
What is he
voice
asking?
Inflection.
Boggles, what's he asking?
Is it appropriate to be candid and open around people of authority?
No, he's asking more about the voice tone. What is he asking?
If I can speak with a higher inflection around people of authority.
A higher inflection? So I should talk like this when I'm around people of authority.
What he's asking, he shouldn't sound like a timid bitch around people in authority.
Yes, this is exactly what he's asking. He's asking the wrong question. He's like, should I be just as expressive around people that that have authority over me versus people that don't have authority over me?
Yes, that's what he's asking.
Should he express himself or not express himself?
He should.
Yes, the answer is always yes.
So we were right when we said yes, even though...
No, you're wrong. You are wrong. Because you're answering a question that doesn't make sense. So you're always wrong when you answer a question that doesn't make sense.
I agree. That's bad.
Is it appropriate to have voice intonation? Whenever you speak, you're having voice intonation. So this question does not make sense. You are asking, is it appropriate to express your expectations when you're around workers, teachers, professors?
Yes.
Is it appropriate to express yourself? Should you talk to them?
Yes.
Should you use a monotone voice? This is not really the question. Why do you use a monotone voice?
Because you're scared and timid.
So, he's saying, should I be scared and timid around other people?
You shouldn't, ideally.
Do you understand? When you start asking appropriate questions,
Get to the root of the problem.
you get to the root of the problem. When you understand how people are asking inappropriate questions, you understand how they're misunderstanding social interaction or not even grasping what they should be doing.
Okay. So by me answering a senseless question, I'm not really helping him.
You're not helping him at all.
Okay.
You're feeding into his delusional view, like, we just talk expressively in class, woo! And then all of a sudden, we don't talk when we're with or we speak, timidly when we're with bosses. It feeds into this whole view that it's like we have voice tones, we have musical tones for certain times of, for certain people. You're making a tone whenever you speak. The question is not whether or not you're making a tone. The question is whether or not you are able to express your expectations candidly. Whether or not you are able to be candid with people. Not just certain classes of people. Your voice tone is just one instrument to let people know what you're thinking and feeling. What is another instrument to let people know what you're thinking and feeling?
Your facial expression.
Your facial expression. What else, DKO?
Hand gestures.
Hand gestures. What else? Travo?
The degree of inflection in your voice.
The degree of inflection in your voice? What else?
Yes.
Zenik?
I can't think of anything other than what's been said.
What about what you're actually saying?
Oh, yes. That too.
Yes, what?
What you're actually saying shows how you're feeling too.
Yes. How you arrange your words, your content, etc. Okay, let's get rid of that one. Oh, we might make it through all of these. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I just can't hide it. Woo! Examples of proper...
We don't have any topics left.
What's that?
What are we going to do when we don't have any podcasting topics
Then
left?
we'll be able to actually get something done around here. Examples of proper responses and good social interaction. Oh, wow. We got some good responses. We got some good examples for a change.
From who?
Shy Guy said...
You don't come across as neurotic in class or during the accountability group meetings. I feel I'm in the same boat as you in terms of initiating. It's easier said than done.
And then Boggle says...
I'm trying
No, we need somebody to be Boggles.
I'll be Boggles.
All right.
I am trying
Actually, we're going to have DKO be Boggles.
Okay.
Monotone KO. MKO, you're Boggles.
Boggles KO.
I'm trying to remember the context as to why I wrote that. I spoke a whole bunch of bros today, and I think I did not worry as much as to the way I ended a conversation with a bro. If I did it right, the way I should do it, ideally. I am a still neurotic where I don't approach hot chicks and have killer conversations with them where they want to go on dates with me. I am also a little passive when dealing with folks with what I perceive as tough demeanor. I just tend to put it off. I think, I hate that. I don't want to deal with it. However, this is because I lack experience. For example, I found it very hard to get over Torero's tough Mexican guy tone. I couldn't stand it in the beginning, but now I hardly notice it as I see Torero smile and our relationship is growing. I tend to shrug off people whom I think the give off.
Fucking Indian grammar.
Another example would be, I don't try hard to develop a relationship with you when I see you after class in the hangouts. I used to perceive you as another Mr. Tough Guy, and I did not try to develop a relationship with you. However, as I read your posts, I noticed there is a person behind that demeanor that I perceive, that I would actually like to get to know. I think maybe we are opening up in text now, and I hope gradually I try to be open with you in our video hangouts as well. I think if I shrug off people thinking they have a tough guy attitude, I might miss out on a lot of relationships. I'm going to come across a lot of guys with that stern attitude that I'm not completely comfortable with, as with guys who smile immediately and have a friendlier tone. I'm going to have to learn to develop the skill to interact with people of all social abilities.
Hold on.
I can't
Paper,
keep
put
blaming-
in your headphones. You're echoing.
Oh,
Hello, go ahead, DKO.
I can't keep blaming the other person's social competence for my lack of relationships, which I tend to do. I hope to get over the tough guy relationship area that I have so much trouble with enough practice. I'm glad you're posting on my thread, man. I used to perceive you as Mr. Too Cool for School, and this also prevented me from being open with you. Again, this was me being neurotic, and not doing what I should be doing, which is building a relationship.
And Shy Guy says,
you want me to read it, or?
yeah, you're a super Shy Guy.
Your post made a light bulb go off in my head. I've been told before that I come across as too cool for school or even snobby. I think it's just a front that I put up when I feel out of my comfort zone. I think I really need to smile more or something because I definitely don't think I'm too cool. Fuck being cool. The truth is, I don't really try at all to build relationships. The problem is, I think I do. I say to myself, I'll do it later. I'll say or post something tomorrow. Then I end up forgetting about it. Then time passes, and I'm still in the same place. I'm glad you're responding to my post with more than just a thanks for your post or some generic sentence, which I'm guilty of doing all the time. I feel like I just learned what a proper response is supposed to look like. I'm going to start doing the same in my thread.
So why is this an example of proper responses and good social interaction?
Do you want me to answer?
Nope. DKO.
It's good.
I think it's good because Boggs just said what he felt like in this post, in his reply to Super Shy Guy. And that's all I have to say.
Yeah, that's not thorough. Zenik?
This is really good because they're both expressing their feelings and emotions about what the other person's saying. They're both kind of like going back and forth with the same conversation, and each time they go back and forth, they're learning more about each other.
Yes. That's exactly what is happening. A good exchange is taking place here. There's in-depth description of thoughts. There's description of feelings. People are understanding the other person's perspective. Misconceptions are being addressed. Misunderstandings are being addressed. All because they are expressing themselves the opposite of DKO. They are being very thorough with their thoughts. Right? They aren't just leaving one sentence out there. They are describing what their experience is in detail. They're talking about how the other person is affecting them, etc., in detail. So we have a detailed reaction, a detailed and thorough reaction being given. It's a prime example here, this whole conversation, back and forth. The response too, very thorough. This right here, this is social interaction. If you could do this, you graduated. If these guys could regularly do this, they're graduated. That's all social interaction is. Plus enforcement of their expectations. But right here, this is the expression part. It's already covered. It's done. They've graduated. DKO, can you do this?
I could.
Good?
I could do it.
Do
Not
you
in
do
the
it?
Form, though.
What's that?
I can't do it in the form, though.
Can't do it in the
Because I
forum?
have-
Then you can't do it. Paperclip, can you do this?
I don't know.
Not that thoroughly. No, you can't. You are still too vague. If you read this, you will see two guys who are very thoroughly detailed in their reactions. This is what you need to do. Travo, can you do this?
No.
Yes, you can. Zena, can you do this?
I don't think I can do it.
You
without
have been
being
doing it, you retard. I read your responses.
Wait, I have?
Yes.
Oh.
Oh. Oh. Oh.
I didn't realize they were that in-depth.
Oh. You don't spill out your entire life in one response, but your response to other people is very much in depth. Let's see here. So maybe some people should go around and read some of Zenek's responses. Collegiato's log. Oh god, did we cover this already?
We did something last night. I don't know if this was it.
That was his expression post.
Did we cover I thought we covered part of a ZM report.
Yeah, I thought we covered too. Let's see.
Oh.
I'm pretty sure we covered this. This seems very familiar to me.
Girl at a university. Equations for social interaction.
Oh, this is an expression clause. Why does he have EM in expression?
Let's go to the movies on Friday. I want an answer this time. Did we cover this?
I don't think we did the movie one.
Let's go to the movies on Friday. I want an answer this time.
Stating expectations.
Girl, so sorry. I already have dinner plans. I'm sorry I didn't get back to you on Saturday. I wasn't allowed my phone until I finished my philosophy paper. I wasn't allowed my phone. I didn't allow myself to touch my phone until I'm done with my philosophy paper.
Punishment by rejection. Okay.
TKO?
I'm still looking for it. It looks
Travo?
like a clumsy.
Haha, I feel bad. Yeah, fucking right.
You forgot a line.
Travo. So sorry. I have dinner plans. And sorry I didn't get back to you Saturday. I wasn't allowed to touch my phone until I finished my philosophy paper. Translate that into English.
Oh, okay. Go away. I don't want to talk to you.
Yes. Collegiado says, okay, so Saturday then. And Paperclip says,
He's not here, so stating expectation.
Boggle says,
Stating expectation.
no, we don't care about that. Okay, so Saturday.
Don't care about that.
Boggle says,
Read what the girl wrote.
Stating expectation. I don't see what
forget it, just cover the screen. Travo, you be the girl, go ahead. Okay, so Saturday then, right?
Haha, I feel bad. Yeah, fucking right. I'm going to a friend's party.
Travo, can you not read the girl? I told you to cover the screen and just be the girl. Put your hand over the screen.
Okay.
Okay, so Saturday then, right? I'll see you Saturday, right?
No, probably not.
There. Very simple, right? Very simple. Okay, all this, haha, I feel bad, I have to go to a party, and I got stuff, and then my house is gonna catch fire, and then my dad has a heart attack, and I can't. Collegiado, I don't think it's funny. I'm going back to school on Sunday, bitch. Girl, cover the screen. Girl, your response.
I can do it.
Go away. I don't want to talk to you anymore.
There you go. All right, we got it. Do you want to sum up this report for us, Boggles?
No positive incentive.
Yes, exactly. No positive incentive at all. Just demands. Give me money. Give me money. Give me cars.
We did a little bit of mind reading, but it was so evident, so I guess
it's pretty much evident. All right. Okay, I know I fucked up. Most likely gonna blah blah blah. All right. Hey, how was your break? Oh, this one we talked about it yesterday. Okay, how far do we do all this?
I think we got fed up somewhere.
Yeah, we only got we only got maybe 10 sentences in.
Oh, do we need to cover any more of this? I was absolutely floored, blah, blah, you've been a bitch, blah, blah. Okay, got it. Where do you live? Don't change the subject. No. I want to know so I could fucking go to your dorm and punch you for being an insolent, mean fucker. Sorry, I'm done. I just was really confused and angry. You shouldn't be demanding. Stop arguing with me. Alright. Got through that. Okay, here's another exciting one. Okay, I understand that I need to talk to people in real life. I do. I suck at face-to-face interactions. This banging girl added me on Facebook. Okay. Oh, is this another Facebook conversation? Last week, because we were both in this group for university and she had a question about something. She will be a freshman next year. I answered and conveyed my person. What's wrong with the sentence? DKO? MKO? I answered and conveyed my person.
I don't know where we are. I'm still looking for that, man.
Zenik, what's wrong with the sentence? I answered and conveyed my person.
What does conveyed my person mean?
Well, let's ask Travo. Travo, what's it mean to convey a person?
It basically means to express yourself.
So, what's wrong with the sentence? I answered and conveyed my person.
He's being too vague. We don't know how he conveyed his person.
Well, we know. We know. Boggles, what's wrong with the sentence? I answered and conveyed my person.
You're always conveying your person.
Well,
it's not like...
Yeah, well, so what's he conveying?
He's not specific. It's very vague.
Well, we know how he conveys himself.
Oh, he conveys himself very bad. So
Let's listen. Hey,
Conveys himself as a neurotic fag.
yes, exactly. So when he says I answered and conveyed my person, what's he telling you?
I provided no positive incentive.
I think I conveyed my person, but most likely I bored the fuck out of her.
High school stuff.
Okay, yes, delusional guy. I told her to give me her number, and she did. Woo! A few days later, she initiated a conversation with me. Yay! And I think it went even better that time. I really tried to convey my personal reactions to experiences. Tonight, I texted her with the intention for her to hang out with me when she visits this weekend for her full scholarship interview. What's wrong when we hear about a guy playing on Facebook and texting and no in-person interactions? What do we know about that guy, Paperclip?
That guy doesn't know what he's doing.
Yeah, that guy's a neurotic fag. He's always worried about meeting the other person's expectations. No in-person practice, meaning very hard to build incentive over text. Can you hear somebody's voice inflection over text?
Nope.
How candid can you be over text, over Facebook?
Not much. It's very limited.
Well, you can be somewhat candid, but you're going to have to work a lot harder than this guy if you're going to plan on being candid in a text message.
Yeah.
So, it's...
Well, I mean, clearly his problem again, if he can't be candid with guys, he can't be candid with girls.
Okay. Hey, girl. I was just jogging past the building. And that made me think of you. The weather has been extremely nice since I've gotten back from break. So relaxing to jog when it's in the 70s. Sure beats the freezing temperatures in the winter. You must be very excited about this weekend. Woo! Zenik?
Brackets.
Zenik?
Oh, yes?
You're the girl.
Oh,
Zenik?
well, that's great. I'm looking forward to the beautiful weather. And yes, I'm super excited.
Did our university give you some type of itinerary for this weekend?
Yes, they gave me a general itinerary, but I think I get a more specific one when I check in.
Awesome! You're staying in the dorms?
Yes, in the building. Except Wednesday night, I'm staying with my brother.
Sweet! On Friday night, we should meet at campus and enjoy some word poetry at the show. The cafe has really delicious crepes and 6 different flavors of whipped cream for the hot chocolate. We're so spoiled here.
Yeah. Actually, I think we were going to the cafe Friday night. It says something about that on the itinerary.
Perfect! What else do you have planned for Friday night?
Well, there's a dinner, and then it says cafe from 8 to 11 to hear the poetry slam.
Okay, so after that is a perfect time for me to show you how much fun the university can be on weekend nights.
I wish. My interview is the next morning, so I won't be able to stay out too late.
I have a lot of work this weekend, so I won't be staying out too late either. Let's just hang out on my floor for a little while after the poetry slam then.
All right, we'll see.
Okay, can you read that in English, please?
Fuck no.
Yes. Fuck no. One of the guys on my floor is having a party, and I expect you to come for at least a little while to meet people. You shouldn't go to the frats after, since you have interviews the next morning, but it will be a lot of fun to meet other students on my floor.
Yeah, I won't be going to the frats or drinking while I'm there. I have to check and see what time my interview is, and then we'll figure it out.
Can you read it in English, please?
Yeah, I don't want to hang out with you.
All right. Let me know when your interview is after you check it.
I think they tell me the exact time when I check in.
Okay, so on Wednesday, text me the time of your interview, and then you can come to my floor if your interview isn't too early the next morning.
I'll find out Thursday. But yeah, I'll let you know.
Can you read that in English?
English, please.
Yeah, I'm not going to get back to you on that.
Yeah.
I don't want to fucking talk to you.
All right. Anybody understand why nothing is going on there?
Yeah.
Why?
Lack of positive incentive and solid direction.
What's wrong there, Paperclip?
He's just texting her. He shouldn't be texting her and asking her questions. He should be calling her, talking to her over the phone, and sharing his thoughts and feelings.
Yes.
Not only that, but then he's trying to get her to go out with him when he hasn't given her any positive incentive.
Well, he's talked about the poetry slam. He's talked about the weather's fine over here. It's really exciting. It's in the 70s. He asked her about her itinerary. He asked her about her itinerary. He said awesome.
He needs to talk about
For the college.
He just said awesome right here with an exclamation mark.
He didn't talk anything about himself.
He said sweet, Boggles. Right here. I
That
said.
doesn't say anything about himself.
What about he said on Friday night we should meet at the campus poetry thing?
Again, it's lacking his person.
What about he said perfect right here, Boggles? He said perfect. Perfect.
Come
Very
on.
vague reaction.
Come on, Boggles.
Perfect.
That says perfect right there.
MKO can say perfect. I mean, Lini can say perfect.
What about, he said, right here he conveyed his person. Hey, I was just jogging past the building. And made me think of you.
Well, that's a very, it doesn't go into the degree of his person. It's
Alright, what about this one, Boggles? The weather's been extremely nice.
Yeah, his person is pretty much lacking there.
What about,
Vague.
since I've gotten back from the break? Woo!
Again, lack of person.
What about, it's so relaxing to jog when it's in the 70s. Woo!
Lacking very low. No,
What about sure beats the freezing temperatures in the winter? Woo!
Everybody can say that.
Come on, Boggles. What about, you must be very excited about this weekend. Woo!
Yeah, everybody say that. It's
Alright.
person
Do
is
we get the
very
point here? Do we get the point here? Okay.
Yeah.
low. Yeah, I think it's a repetitive theme.
Alright.
Come
And
on, Jana.
who the hell responded? Torero. Okay, so Torero just corrected some of the brackets. She's warning with attention. Yeah, alright.
Torches is so well.
I know Torero answered everything. Huh?
Alright, hey girl. Oh wait, he just corrected his own report. Let's see here. Instead we should do this. Okay, blah, blah, blah. Met a girl through a mutual friend. My friend called me over to tell me something, and she was with this other girl with blue eyes. I added her as a Facebook friend and sent her this. Sent her something on Facebook. All right. Hey, I just want to say your blue eyes really popped out when I met you yesterday. They reminded me of my trip with my friends to South Beach last weekend. Your eye color is very similar to the color of the ocean. It was nice meeting you. Girl.
Haha. Rewarding by praising. That's correct.
Well, thank
Very
you.
reaction.
I hope your trip was fun last week. I'm sure the weather was great. It was nice to meet you too.
Awesome. Woo. All right. That was a non-event.
Jana needs to stay away from textbook or Facebook messaging
Yeah,
and text
stay the
messaging.
fuck off Facebook. Stay off text message. Throw away your phone. All right, I think we covered all those that we need to cover. We could delete this one finally. Woo! All right. Nope, we're still on that page. Podcasting topics. Okay. Oh, we might make it through all these. I'm so excited. So excited.
Jana's reports we got through quickly.
Seems to have the same thing.
Same thing.
Every thread of his.
All right, Zenik. Part 1. I'm glad to see Jared back. Let's see, what is this about? Well, let's read this.
I'm
Alright, want me to start?
Paper, then, Care Bear, you there? No? Okay. Paper,
I am half.
are you here?
Yes, I am. Yeah.
Okay. Technically, he's here. All right.
Technically,
Paper, then Mr. Technical, then Boggles, then Travo, then Monotone KO, and then Zenik, and then me. Let's go.
I'm glad to see Jar is back.
I need to.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, what the fuck? I need to help him stick to goddamn schedule so he doesn't have to go MIA again.
I did learn one thing today, though. Embarrassment is not an excuse.
This is my story of how I found Principles101.pdf.
Uncensored.
I used to frequent an image board called 4chan.
First of all, let me say that this is a horrible fucking place and you should never go there if you have never been there.
If you have already been there, welcome to the world of not being able to unsee things.
Yeah, scroll down, Professor, please.
Okay?
I cannot see the next line.
I always lurked around. Skip, next.
Yeah, I'm here.
I
cannot
always
see the
looked
line.
around on the video game board, watching retards argue, looking for video game news, and so on.
One day I noticed these threads popping up for this thing called Katawa Sojo.
It's like a dating simulator, anime style, visual novel.
Now, I'm not one for anime shit or Japanese shit in general other than sushi.
But what caught my eye were this response to this visual novel in these threads.
People were saying things like, "This changed my life."
Holy shit, this made me call my missed relative and apologize.
I'm on day 7 of my running exercises.
That's an exclamation part, Boggles.
Things like this.
Boggles. That's an exclamation point.
I'm on day 7 of my running exercises.
Boggles, that's an exclamation point.
I'm on day 7 of my running exercises.
Does anybody know how to read an exclamation point?
Yes.
I do.
Paperclip, read the exclamation point.
I'm on day 7 of my running exercises.
Travo, do you know how to read an exclamation point?
I do.
Read it.
I'm on day 7 of my running exercises.
There you go. Okay, next.
Things like this.
So out of boredom, I simply said, why not?
This visual novel was made by other 4chaners, and it was free, so I had nothing to lose.
Basically, the story goes on, and every so often you pick a choice, and it affects the story ending.
There are fairly brief hentai scenes in this thing, but honestly,
The stories are.
the stories are so tragic, it makes you not even want to fap to it.
Still putting this warning out there for those on the NoFap challenge who might be curious.
I got to the end of one of the storylines, and I managed to pick a wrong choice.
I never realized how emotionally invested I had become in the story until the moment it ended in a fucking plane crash.
I remember feeling sickened and angry over what happened.
Over the course of the next 2 days, I did basically nothing.
I had broken myself.
I don't think you fucking understand how emotional this was for me.
I was basically at an emotional neutral. I hadn't felt extremely positive or negative in literally years.
I cried, maybe twice over the course of 5 years.
When this happened to me, I felt all of the emotional pain I thought I destroyed.
Once the fog cleared, once I examined what I felt and why I felt this way, I looked out my computer room window and thought.
I stared at the fucking wall of the next door neighbor's house as if it were an endless abyss.
The only thing I could feel at that hour of the night, maybe 1 a.m. or so, was the feeling that I wanted to be anywhere else but here.
I didn't want to be at my computer. I didn't care if I was wandering around downtown at midnight.
I just wanted to do something new for once.
But I didn't leave. I didn't do anything.
I stared out my window and I wished I could be anywhere else.
After reading through that visual novel, I played maybe 30 minutes of computer games that week.
To give you perspective, I generally played 10 hours a day.
Oh.
Wake
Yeah,
up.
not only that, but I didn't fap again for nearly 2 weeks.
That's how much this stupid fucking story got me.
When I saw the relationship between the main character and this chick get destroyed, I didn't see why it got to me so much.
But a few days afterwards, I did.
What I saw was great potential being broken so badly that it could never be fixed again.
In this, I saw myself.
I saw what I was doing. Nothing.
I saw what I had accomplished. Nothing.
This is what made me throw away my pride, whatever pride I had, with the way I was living.
Maybe I still cared what people thought of me. Maybe I still wanted to look good.
But all I knew was that I wanted to be anywhere else, as long as I didn't have to be where I was.
This is what provoked that drive with my dad that I spoke about in my introduction.
Fucking Christ. I didn't even get past the first part of the story.
Sorry to leave anyone wondering, but I'll have to post part 2 tomorrow.
What'd you think, Travo?
I thought it was very candid, and I really got to know Scenic by reading it.
Yes. What'd you think, Boggles?
Yeah, I kind of got to know him a little, but these kind of things don't interest me much, this whole kids reading anime.
Okay.
Towards the end, he like when he tied it together, that's when I started getting interesting, but when he was doing a lot of describing about playing this, playing that, what was going on in the stories, I wasn't too interested. But when he talked about how it affected him, that's when I liked it a little.
TKO?
I liked it a lot because when he was talking about how emotional he got over the story he read, I wanted to know what he was reading. I wanted him to describe what the heck he was reading that made him so emotional so I could read it too. Or at least tell me how he felt. Or I just wanted to know what the heck he was reading. That's how much it impacted.
Paper?
I like the way he was able to express his thoughts and feelings, but I'm not into 4chan or whatever 4chan has in their forums, so the story itself didn't interest me, but the way he was able to convey his feelings and thoughts did.
Yeah, I thought that I don't really care about the story. The way that it affected him, he was able to fat for 2 weeks. He wasn't playing video games at all. It was pretty dramatic. It's especially for a nerdy guy. And then it just left me on a cliffhanger. So I thought it was interesting that he was thoroughly describing his thoughts and feelings about this whole experience. So I thought that was pretty captivating. So I was ready to see round 2. I was waiting for round 2, which never came. All right.
No, it did.
Oh, it did?
Yeah, it did. I posted it and right the next day, right the next morning. I didn't even put it off.
Oh, I must have missed it. I gotta go back and read it now. Next topic. Expectation management from Scrotal Guy. Mansion. Alrighty. Alright. Wait. Let's see. Paperclip on. Yeah, something wrong. It's more dramatic. Okay. Alright, let's do it.
Right. This week, one of my friend's moms invited me to her granddaughter's birthday party. I only want to go if my friend is there. I tell her that I will go if John is there. She says that he should be there. I text John on his phone asking if he'll be there.
Oh, another text message exchange.
Yeah, I sent it on Friday. John, you got a birthday party planned for Saturday?
Hold on,
Sunday?
let's see if this has fucking... let's go to this version. Alright, go ahead.
Which part?
Right here.
John, you got a birthday party planned for Sunday? Your mom invited me, but I won't go unless you are there.
I'm working on it, bro.
Punishing by... that's not correct. Punishing by social pressure.
Yeah, not correct. Keep
Punishing
going.
Okay. So you're not hanging out then or something?
No.
I'm getting a little pissed. Ever since I started working here and...
Ever since I started being indirect and not stating my expectations directly, I started getting pissed. Alright, keep going.
Alright. He's been totally cool. Oh, he moved it. Okay. This is week actually.
Anyway.
I'll swing by and hopefully see you there.
Okay. Alright, this is a total non-event. How you can have the EM report on this event says everything. There is nothing going on here except all passiveness and everything going... Where's the EM report happening, Zenik?
I don't see it at all.
It's happening in his mind. There is a Star Wars drama going on here. When there were probably like 3 lines here. Hey, are you going? Working on it. Oh, I'm getting mad. Stardate 2.471. The Klingon army has thought to attack us. They're planning strategically to defeat my defenses. I don't know what to do. So, I'm recruiting half the Starfleet Armada to mount my defenses. And hopefully I can flank the enemy and destroy him in the end. Okay, are you going later? I mean, this whole thing is happening in his head. This is like a non-interaction. Plus, he's being passive. So, you're not hanging out then or something? Or something. Right? All very vague, all very indirect. When you are very vague and indirect, you have Star Wars dramas in your head. You have Star Trek dramas in your head. This is all... What's John thinking?
What does this guy want from me?
This is like a non-event for John. It's like talking to a cashier.
Poor John.
It's like talking to the pizza guy. Here's your money. The pizza guy's saying, oh, this guy's giving me too much. He's trying to make me give him change. Oh, he's trying to be an asshole. I see how this guy is. So instead of giving him dollars, I'm going to give him pennies. He's going to be fucking crying after I give him change. And he hands a change over. Here's your change, sir. Right? All the drama's going on in his head. Alright, let's move on to his sister. Let's see if it gets any better. Oh, more fucking text messages.
Alright. More drama with my sister. Apparently, she doesn't like talking about the elephant in the room. See the above EM report.
I don't want to see the above EM report.
These are text messages between me and my sister.
What's the first problem, Zenik?
Text messages.
Yeah, that's the problem, right.
With the sister, yeah.
Okay, next. Keep going.
Mansion. Hey sis, are you going to be at church?
DKO.
No, I need to share something with you. When's a good time today?
Alright, travel your mansion.
What happened?
I'd like to say it in person.
What's it about?
When you and I spoke 2 Fridays ago.
Cynthia?
No, you and I.
Hey, I'm not your... Hold on. Hey, I'm not your boyfriend. Suck it up and deal with it. It's the only advice I can give you. Don't pull a mom on me. It's not going to work.
Smiley face.
What?
What's
You're ready
the
to
smiley?
talk.
What's a smiley face say at the end? Paperclip.
It says that he's being passive aggressive.
Says I'm an asshole. I don't care about what I'm saying. Here's a smiley face. Let me be passive aggressive guy.
Yeah.
Or it's just as bad as people saying lol. Haha.
They don't want to be accountable.
Yeah, they don't want to be accountable. So they just put a smiley face or a lol. Ha, just kidding.
Just
Ha.
kidding, just in case.
Just kidding, just in
You
case,
should
bro.
have used a frowny face.
Just in case, bro.
Yeah, I use the other frowny face. Exactly.
Frowny face,
They
bro.
screwed up on the keyboard.
Yeah. Wrong keyboard face. Alright, so he's basically being very passive and not taking responsibility. Alright, next.
When you're ready to talk, I have something to say. I'd rather say it in person. Thanks, man.
Why the fuck is she texting him then? Alright, next.
I'll something for you right now. You're whiny over a sensitive woman. Wait, what?
I think I'll tell you right now.
Okay. I'll tell you right now, you're a whiny, oversensitive woman. Get over yourself, finally. It's sickening.
Oh.
Great. When's a good time for you today?
She doesn't give a flying fuck about what he thinks.
That's funny.
And he put without authority. She has authority over him, looks like.
Yes.
When you're ready to act like a grown-up and not like a nagging woman, we can talk.
You still have that attitude right now. I can tell. You're full of fight, but you'll never make no sense. Be there at church. Wait. Be there at church. You might learn something and quit acting like a victim.
Oh, that's nice.
None of this even makes any sense. Be there at church and that's gonna make you not act like a victim? What?
That was
If you're scared, go to
action.
church.
Yeah, he's saying maybe you learn something at church and she'll not act like a victim.
What's she gonna learn at church? To not act like a victim.
How to be a good sister.
Yeah. Alright.
And she's like, Mansion, I learned it, and now I'm going to be a good sister.
Yeah, now I'm good, okay.
Mansion's putting all the responsibility on the
church.
church.
Yeah.
Fix her.
Church will be the guy.
She'll be the guy.
Alright, next, let's go.
Shit. I actually did Camp's part, but I'll do the sister part and Camp can go back to Mansion.
Yeah, do it. Yeah.
Okay, maybe we can talk tomorrow. I'll text you then.
You are insane. We will
Punishing
talk to
by
you.
ignoring without authority. Huh?
It's with authority.
Yeah. What's the correct answer there, Boggles?
Punishing by ignoring with authority.
How do you know she has authority over him?
She didn't even acknowledge all his big explanation of that.
How do we know she has authority over him, Zenik?
Because she doesn't care about what he's saying.
How do we know she has authority over him, Paperclip?
Because she's controlling the interaction.
Yes. How do we know she has authority over him, DKO?
Because he hasn't punished her.
Travo, how do we know she has authority over him?
Because... Oh, shit, I forgot.
Boggles, how do we know?
Because, I mean, this guy is texting his sister, he should just tell her straight up. Like, in front
That's
of
how you know she has authority over him?
Well, that's one clue.
No. Who affects who?
Basically, he's being so careless and he's trying to come up with all these justifications.
Oh, somebody knows. Travo knows.
It's because Mansion is trying to get something out of her. Or is trying to get something from her.
What's he trying to get?
He's trying to get her to meet his expectation.
Yeah. What is she doing? She's ignoring it. Who is affecting who here?
Sister's affecting Mansion.
Yes, he's getting all worked up and emotional. He's trying to reason with her. He's trying to scold her. Of course she can ignore him with authority. That's exactly what she's doing. Why do you think he's getting all, why are you doing this? You need to go to church, do this, do this.
Go to church.
Go to church, yeah.
Church will not fix her. Somebody has to talk to her. Somebody has to manage their expectations with her. If church was going to fix her, why would he even need to be in this class? Let's see here. Okay. Maybe working person. Where are we at? Deal with it.
You are insane. We'll talk when you're...
Alright. And then the next day. Alright. Is it the next day? Are we at the next day?
We're going through EMs quick now.
Yeah, this is so much better when we don't have to stall and worry about punishing by guilting. It's like once we get to the punishing by guilting part, it's like, punishing by guilting. Once we get to the brackets, so many things are so wrong. It's almost, it's like it's like you're doing the brackets for the students in class. It's not really helping the person doing their EM report. So I'd rather get to the heart of the problem, which is just the guy's very passive.
Gotcha.
All right, let's go, sister.
Okay. Maybe talking in person won't work. I just
What?
want to say,
Where are you?
Yeah, where are you?
after you are insane, because we didn't finish this part.
All right, let's just finish it. Okay, go ahead.
I just want to say I didn't like the way you spoke to me that one Friday. Please don't do that again.
Wait,
You seem
read the
pretty mad.
beginning. Start from the beginning.
Maybe talking in person won't work. I just
As opposed to talking text message? These people are insane. Okay, go ahead.
Brilliant scientist.
Check logic.
Nobel Prize.
I just want to say I didn't like the way you spoke to me that one Friday. Please don't do that again. You seem pretty mad about a few different things, and were taking it out on me.
Mansion.
Deal with it and stop acting like a whiny little victim. Everything I said was for your own good, so deal with it and stop whining. It's boring.
Alright, so nothing's getting accomplished here. Okay.
What's funny about this is this is a turning point, but for Mansion, he's now trying to meet her expectation. Like, he's just focusing on his behavior and not hers.
Next.
I feel mad when you tell me what's wrong with me. Stop doing this.
Okay.
You can feel whatever you want. I'm still going to do it if I feel like it. You have big problems with control, by the way.
What's wrong here, Zenek?
I don't know.
Yeah, you do. You have the same EM report.
He has no direction.
Yes. What else?
No expectations. He's passive. He's trying to justify himself before she's meeting his expectations.
Trying to reason with this chick. What is reasoning? Yeah. What is reasoning, Paperclip?
The reasoning is only justifiable when she is finally listening to Mansion.
So what does reasoning act as?
Oh, it acts as a type of reward.
So what is he doing?
He's rewarding the girl for Mansion's rewarding his sister, even though his sister is simply.
He's rewarding her for what? He's rewarding her for what?
For bad behavior, for her.
Yeah, for her violating
his expectations.
Yeah, she's violating his expectations. He's rewarding her with reasonings and justifications. He's like, let's go to the debate club. You are violating my expectations. Here's a free pass to debate club. All right.
Debate club that kicks his back.
And debate club is getting bigger.
The debate club is getting bigger. Zenek is the president. Let's go. Next.
You will not tell me what's wrong with me anymore. It's my decision. I won't listen to it. It's not your job.
It's not your job.
Stop telling me my problems. I mean it. Stop.
I can't promise I won't say anything.
All right. There we go. All right.
It gets worse the next
Okay, next.
Okay. After this, my sister ignored my phone calls. I didn't give her enough incentive. I was only punishing.
Punishing? What?
I emailed her and said...
Oh, email. Now it's improving from text to email.
Okay. I like it when you come over to my office. And I'm proud of the fact that you work at place.
Alright, so this is a complete fail.
She emailed and thanks for apologizing. So looks
yeah,
like
there's nothing going on here. This is just total, utter confusion. There's no direction. There is very passive-aggressive behavior. You're talking over text when you should be talking in person. There is rewarding. There is debate club going on. There is justification and reasoning. So he is rewarding her for bad behavior. There's all kinds of, and to top it off at the end, he's
He apologized.
I like it when you come over to my office and blah, blah, blah. Okay.
See, she emailed and said thanks for apologizing. I don't know why he apologized.
It doesn't say she apologized. She took it that way. So it's just...
emailed and said thanks for apologizing.
It's all over the place. It's not even conveyed properly. We don't know what their relationship is like. We don't know what the past things are going on, but he's just assuming we know. He's like saying, and then Becky said to Tommy, who said to Billy, that they did this thing. So what do you guys think about this thing? It's like it's so discombobulated. There's no background. There's no context for their relationship. We can't be mind readers here.
No.
She emailed and said, thanks for apologizing. There's no apology in here. Where's the apology? Unless he left it out. Well, I just have to assume that she took it as an apology. But Boggles, of course, is a mind reader and said, oh, she apologized.
No, it looks like he apologized.
Yeah, where's the apology, Boggles?
Well, yeah, you're right. I don't see it.
Yeah, because you're a fucking mind reader. I don't know what's going on here. Just talk to Boggles, the mind reader, next time you want to find out.
Mind reader, yeah.
Delete.
Excuse me.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I wanted to say that now I am also realistically in the class.
No, you're realistically, not fantastically in here. You're realistically in here. Okay, sweet. College Auto's expression. Did we cover this? Oh, yeah, we covered this.
He's everywhere, man.
Oh, that's the last topic. Oh my god, we finished it. I love it.
Yeah.
Add it.
Party time.
Yay! Hey, done. I didn't think we'd do it.
What? You want to call it out again?
We did that one.
This time it was expression.
Oh, sweet. Now we can go to expression, finally.
Professor, will you give us now the hand copy of the ebook?
The hand cop? What do you mean?
Yeah, you once said that if we finish through all this podcast, then you will be
Yeah, that was a complete lie. I was like a chick telling you I was going to come over. Okay.
You liar.
I lied. Okay, Mr. Care Bear, what's your expression thread? It's right at the top. Sweet.
Expression thread.
All right. Oh, very first one? What the fuck is this? Oh, number one.
Congratulations.
Okay.
You're up to your expression
His first expression post in 20 years. Go ahead. Oh, 99 posts. Only one of them is expression posts.
I just did it. I opened the expression
Oh,
section.
no. This is Mr. Care Bear's post.
Okay, let him read it.
So I have to read all this.
Yep.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, I just did it. I opened the expression section and started my own expression thread, despite some noises in my head telling me...
Why? I have a question. What's your question, Zenek?
Well, why is he reading so lightning fast?
Yeah, that's
I'm
my
reading so
question.
light and fast.
What's his other question? What's your other question, Travo?
How to read explanation.
Travo, what's your other question?
I don't know my other question.
Yeah, you do. Paperclip, what's your other question?
Why aren't you reading the first sentence that has exclamation points the way it's supposed to be read?
Oh, yeah, that's an awesome question.
I see. I get my
Okay.
question now.
Yeah, I'm trying not to make too much noises, but okay.
Okay, hold on. We got somebody who can make noises. Actually, no, you need practice. Go ahead. Read it.
So, okay.
You can whisper it.
I just...
Whisper
Oh,
it.
man, every time I start, you interrupt me.
Good. Whisper it.
Okay.
Exactly.
Can I start now?
Do it.
Okay. I just did it. I opened the expression section and started my own expression thread, despite some noises in my head telling me I haven't read the complete ebook and can't make one. I just replied with, yes, I can, and did it.
Yes.
I am at the... What?
Yes.
I am at the same page as I was 2 months ago. So going by my pace, I will never complete the ebook.
Wow.
Hence, never practice my expression. It can't go like this. The thing about me is, I will listen to the podcasts, heck, even read other students' posts, waste my time here and there, but never actually touch the most important thing the Academy has to offer, the ebook. I just don't know why. Actually, since I am Mr. Care Bear, aka Mr. Excuse Bear,
Yes.
I do know why. I have an excuse at the ready, but to hell with excuses. I'm going to read at least 10 pages right now. See you.
See you.
So see you? What? So see you.
So see you.
So see you.
Next time I will write a post.
He's using text messaging
See you.
abbreviations.
All right.
Yeah. Yeah, but do you know what the funny thing is?
No?
I didn't really read the 10 pages. I only read 1 page.
Yeah, we know you're a liar. Okay, what did you think, Zenek?
Oh, I thought this was actually kind of interesting. I mean, just finding out that he hasn't been reading he still hasn't finished it, and he's been here for 100 posts already. It's kind of crazy. It says he's joined August 25th, 2000. That, baffles me. I can't believe he hasn't finished the ebook yet. I read it in 3 days, so that's what's
So
on
you
my
thought it
mind.
was pathetic?
For first expression post, yeah, I've seen new guys come in on, their first day and write a fucking novel compared to this.
No, but you thought it was pathetic, the fact that he hasn't read the whole ebook.
Yes.
Oh, okay. All right, I would agree with that. What else, Paper?
I liked it. I mean, it was short, sweet, and to the point. Now I get to understand who, I got a sneak preview of who Mr. Care Bear really is. He's this guy who just, he procrastinates and he's always giving excuses. So even though, I mean...
So you see him as a lazy swindler.
Yeah.
I see him as a lazy swindler, too.
Yeah, I mean, I've heard about Mr. Care Bear. I don't know too much about him, but this first expression post finally gave me a little taste of who he really is.
Yeah. All right. Boggles, what'd you think?
I hate everything. I hated the way he read it. It doesn't want me to listen, and then also the post itself. He just described a whole bunch of things. There's hardly his person.
Yeah, there's no person at all. I would say he read the first sentence okay. After that, it was just very
Yeah, I can't, his voice, and
it was too fast, not a lot of articulation.
Yeah,
but the
it's
post
like
itself
an
was just informing us about his inability to read the ebook. It doesn't
I don't care about that.
It doesn't really talk about his person.
His person at all. It's very guarded. I don't see anything. He's just like, oh yeah, I'm Excuse Bear. Okay, hello, the excuse. I'm gonna read 10. Everything's pretty boring.
Okay, it's more like an EM post. It's like I intend to read or I'm not reading the ebook, and I intend to read it.
And yeah, it's just like 2 paragraphs. It's like nothing. There's nothing. It doesn't get into anything other than some excuses.
Yeah. So what's the good news?
The good news is he started.
Okay, good news is he actually started the post, even though it's a terrible post. All right, Trevor, what do you think?
Well, I thought it was pretty good because usually he seems like kind of a tough guy, and like I don't really see much expression, like especially when he's in class.
Okay.
And then, like, I had one other point, but I forgot what I was going to say.
Yeah, what sentence were you looking for?
Um,
You find it. DKO, what'd you think?
When I first saw it, I didn't think it was going to be really good. But then again, it's not really good. It's okay. It's a 5 out of 10. You know, it's
5 out of 10.
But
It's there.
But there was a part I liked right here. I liked the sentence. The only sentence I liked was, "I just did it."
I just did it.
I was the most excited.
So you gave him a negative 5 out of 10?
Just because it just got me into it, and I'm reading, what did he just do? And then it says, I just opened the expression section and started some expression. I'm like, alright, cool. So what's next? And he talked about his ebook, but not too much about it, just like Box said. And then I'm like, alright, that's pretty cool. Let's see what else is going on. And then the part that I said, I'm going to read at least 10 pages right now, just got me a little bit more excited about this post. I'm like, yeah, he's going to do it right now. He's actually going to read it. And then when he said that he didn't do it, I was just...
Well, you don't know that he didn't do it, though. He just admitted that. That's not in the post, though.
Oh, okay, never mind. I just went on something else. Alright, but all in all, I'd give it a 5 out of 10.
Okay, so you gave it a negative 5 out of 10. All right, I agree. Let's see. Next.
I remember that point.
Travo.
Okay, I was also going to say, like, he seems also kind of prideful a lot of times, so at least he's admitting that, like, he's lazy and...
Yeah, lazy swindler guy, right. I agree. Okay.
Yeah.
Next post. Let's try have we tried a shy guy in a while? I don't think we've tried a shy guy.
He writes some good posts.
Let's try one of his posts. Actually, no, let's see Snaky Guy. I don't know if Snaky Guy.
He writes good posts as well.
Snaky Guy's post put me to sleep lately. I don't get anything out of him.
He's not been in the academy actively lately.
Let's see what's going on.
He's slipping.
Yeah, it's a sign.
Alright, Paper, Mr. Care Bear, Boggles, Travo, DKO, Zenik, me, go.
Fuck it. I have no clue what to type right now.
Yes.
I really just want to close my computer and go to sleep.
Just lay back, relax, and fall asleep.
I love the feeling right before I fall asleep.
Whoa, where are you? I get a
Second.
sensation? Or am I in the wrong place? Oh, no, you're right. I love the feeling right before. Go ahead. Sorry.
I get a sensation that the back of my head is falling deep and deeper into an infinite pool.
The second I feel this, oh my god.
Just interpret it into... Go for English. Go for
I'm
broke.
trying.
Go for broke.
English.
Go for English.
The second I feel this, it is so relaxing. Better than any massage, meditation, or comfort food I have ever had.
I like waking up in the middle of the night just so I could feel it again with my face on a cold pillow. All this guy talks about is falling asleep and waking up. It's the most fucking boring expression thread I've ever read.
With the bros in the academy, he's just in his
He's
own
writing
world.
about his sleeping habits. All right, keep going.
It is an amazing combination. Pure bliss.
Oh, fuck, I can't take this. All right, does it get any better?
I doubt it. My dad gave me 15.
Go ahead. Next. Who's next?
Care Bear. No, yeah, Care Bear. Alright, I'm going. I never wanted to end.
Yeah, sorry, my mic was muted. I repeated the sentence.
Go ahead.
Can't hear me.
One more time. Care Bear, go ahead.
I never wanted to end.
But it does, and it is paralleled with cold, harsh reality that I have to get up, get out of my bed, and go to school or work.
It can be like a punch to the face some days.
This entire thing is a punch to the face.
Yeah.
All right, next.
My dad has offered to pay me $15 an hour to do landscaping at our house.
It is a lot of money, especially in this economy, and is way better than what I would get paid if I had got a job.
The thing is, I don't want to do it.
I would rather take a punch to the boss and do your work. I detest it.
I swear time slows down while I work outside. Each minute feels like 5.
When you read, it feels like 5 minutes. Read that again.
Yeah, so I did.
Read it again.
Yes. I'm trying to find the sentence.
I swear.
I swear time slows down while I work outside. Each minute.
Read it again, and not like a robot.
Okay. I swear time slows down while I work outside. Each minute feels like
Listen
5.
to Xenic. Xenic's going to teach you how to read.
Alright. I swear, time slows down while I work outside. Each minute feels like 5.
Did you hear that?
I swear time slows down while I work outside. Each minute feels like 5.
No, that's terrible. Listen to Travel read.
I swear, time slows down while I work outside. Each minute feels like 5.
I swear time slows down. No. I swear time slows down while I work outside. Each minute feels like 5.
Listen to Paperclip read it.
I swear, time slows down while I work outside. Each minute feels like 5.
No, Paperclip. Listen to Boggles.
I swear, time slows down while I work outside. Each minute feels like 5.
Now you try it, Paper.
I swear, time slows down while I work
No,
outside.
it sounds like you're speeding up time. Listen to Travo, or actually listen to DKO read it.
I swear, time slows down when I work outside. Each minute feels like 5.
Now read it, Paperclip.
I swear, time slows down while I work outside. Each minute feels like 5.
You got it? Gets to Care Bear? Hit it.
I swear time slows down while I work outside. Each minute feels like 5.
Each sentence you read sounds like this. Each word sounds the same. We need some voice inflection from you. I swear, time slows down while I work outside. Each minute feels like 5. I need some thoughts and feelings from the sentence. I need to know what it's like to work outside. Care Bear.
Yes. I swear time slows down while I work outside. Each minute feels like 5.
Listen to Boggles read.
I swear, time slows down while I work outside. Each minute feels like 5.
I swear time slows down while I work outside. Each minute feels like 5.
One more time. Listen to Boggles. Slow down.
I swear, time slows down while I work outside. Each minute feels like 5. Ready, Care Bear? Slow down and take your time.
Okay. I swear time slows down while I work outside. Each minute feels like 5.
I swear.
I swear.
I swear. Up. Go higher. Higher.
I swear.
No, you're not. I swear. I swear. I swear. There's no change in town. That's the same. I swear. Go higher in the middle. I swear.
Say hi.
Okay.
Say it, man.
Hi.
Hi. Your words sound like this. It's like Frankenstein.
Yeah, you guys want to kill me.
But just say hi.
Higher. I swear. There should be an arc where things start low and go higher and then come back down. I swear. Try it again.
I swear.
You don't need the tongue roll at the end. The point is to go high as you can, then come back down low. I swear.
I swear.
I swear. You're already starting low. You're supposed to go high. High. Do it.
I swear.
One more time.
I feel like in music class.
Yeah.
You are in music class.
Okay. I swear. Time slows down while I work outside. Each minute feels like 5.
Close enough. Let's go.
After 1 hour, I want to quit and go back inside. DK.
Oh, it's me? That was Camp.
He's not here.
But no, I need to stay outside. I need to keep working.
I feel like I should know and understand that I'm getting paid a lot, and I need the money for college, and the new computer I want, but I am too focused on the short term.
I want to feel good now. I want everything to be nice and fun now.
I feel stupid for not being able to set aside my silly wants and just go to work.
I wish I could just go work outside and feel with it and deal with it.
But I feel like a barrier of emotions is keeping me from doing my work.
I end up resenting and hating the work, which just fuels a part of my brain that makes time feel slower.
Next. Or I should say, what do you think, DKO?
Let me think. I think this post was not good. I didn't like it. I didn't like the part where he talked about, like you said earlier, he was in his bed talking about his cold pillow, his face on his cold pillow, and it's an amazing combination. This is not too detailed. It's there. Facts. Not too detailed. So, I would give this a 2 out of 10.
Zenek. Uh-oh, what happened? Oh no! Oh no! I Google Plused out. Fucking cocksucker Google Plus. Okay, I obviously forgot to click the Are You There button that this cocksucker Google Plus asks you to click. So I have to rejoin my own class. Well, here we go. Click it. Click it or ticket. Come on, let's go. Load up. Man, join Hangout. Oh, I'm back in. Woo!
Professor.
Back in class. Woo!
Back in class.
Did you not click on the Are You There button?
Are you there? No, Google Plus, I'm not here. Just kick me out of my own class.
Wait, was that the reason?
Told you, Bottles.
Fucking Google Plus.
Oh, well, I don't know. That's still the reason.
I just got tired of you students and left. Alright, let me go back to where I was. Okay.
You're right, Paper.
Okay. Where did we leave off at? Paper, what'd you think?
Well, you forgot. Zenek didn't get finished.
Zenek, go ahead.
Yeah, the second paragraph in this I thought wasn't terrible, but overall this whole post was pretty bad as an expression post. It didn't really interest me. The second paragraph I got an idea of kind of how he feels about this, but
you didn't
the
care.
first paragraph, he's just terrible.
Okay. Boggles.
It's a pretty pathetic post. Snaky Guy has a lot of potential. This is like how DKO used to write, my box, my cereal, my pillow, my wall.
My wall.
Snaky Guy off late, he's not been participating in the academy. He's just sleeping with his pillow. And you can clearly see the effects in his post.
So he's like this piece of chicken on the Manhood Academy banner over here.
Yeah, nobody cares.
Okay. Paper.
I didn't like it because it bored me. The reason why it bored me was that because he would tell us, okay, I don't like doing this, I don't like doing that, but he wouldn't go down into details as to why he didn't like doing certain things. He wasn't being descriptive enough.
Yeah.
He was just leaving me guessing to why he didn't like, doing landscaping or whatever else he was talking about.
Yes, no specific degree of his experience, of his reactions. Okay, let's try, we have time for maybe 2 more. Let's try Carbon Winners.
Alright.
There we go. Oops, looks like we have to go back even farther. Page 2. Let's see. We might have to go all the way back to page 1.
Trader Joe's Mangina Mom. Uncle Val.
Alright.
It's going to be a Mangina Mom.
Alright, let's do it. Here we go.
Alright.
Who's
Go
first?
ahead, Professor.
Who's first?
You.
I'm first. Okay. This post has to do with a case study I find interesting and would like to share.
I call it Mr. Trader Joe's Mangina Mom versus Uncle Val.
Now, I know none of you know who Uncle Val is, and I will get to him, but let's talk about a particular brand of EM that I'm sure most everyone... I have to laugh because I get such a long sentence. I mean, what the fuck?
Could you start over and stop reading like a robot?
Yes, excuse me. Why I have such bad karma? So
It's not your caramel. Let's go.
Okay, now I know none of you know who Uncle Val is, and I will get to him. But let's talk about a particular brand of EM that I'm sure most everyone has.
Hold on, I'm falling asleep. Start over. Now I know none of you
Now I know none of you
know who Uncle Val is.
know who Uncle Val is.
And I'll get to him.
And I will get to him.
And I'll get to him.
And I will get to him.
But let's talk about.
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 A particular brand of EM.
A particular brand of
A
EM.
particular brand of EM.
A particular brand of EM.
A particular brand of EM.
A particular brand of EM.
That I'm sure.
That I am sure.
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 Motherfucker. Hit yourself in the balls. Let's go. That I'm sure.
That I am sure.
That I'm sure.
That I am sure.
I want to reach through the screen and strangle you.
Come at me, bro.
Yeah, come at me, bro. That I'm sure.
That I am sure.
Most everyone has seen.
Most everyone has seen.
In the aisles of just about any supermarket.
In the aisles of just about any supermarket.
Any supermarket.
Any supermarket.
These days.
These days.
At least in Los Angeles.
At least in Los Angeles.
A guy pushing a stroller.
A guy pushing a stroller.
Or perhaps. Carrying a baby papoose.
Carrying a baby papoose.
Style in front sling.
Style in a front sling.
With a diaper bag over one shoulder.
With a diaper bag over one shoulder.
Who is following his wife or girlfriend.
Who is following his wife or girlfriend.
Around asking stupid questions.
Around asking stupid questions.
About which type of pea she likes.
About which type of peas she likes.
And whether or not she wants him to add the organic.
Whether or not she wants him to add the organic.
And whether or not.
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 Motherfucker. And whether or not.
And whether or not.
She wants him to add the organic.
She wants him to add the organic.
Grass-fed chicken to their shopping cart.
Grass-fed chicken to their shopping cart.
Or.
Whether
or not. Wait, we just read that one. Or not. Okay, that's a long sentence. All right. That's a fucking horrible sentence. Next.
Almost every time I go to the store, I see one of these guys and think to myself, what the fuck?
Needless to say, none of the women I observe with these types of men seem happy. At all.
In fact, I have an old friend named Thomas that is a perfect example of the Mr. Trader Joe's Mangina Mom, who sends his wife out to work every morning and tends to their children in his total role reversal scenario.
Okay, why do we care about any of this, Zenek? Can you tell me?
I can't tell you. I don't care about it.
Yeah, why the fuck is he telling us stories about Mangina Moms when we don't know about him?
Exactly.
Yeah, I'm fucking bored with that whole paragraph. No, okay, keep going. Who's next? Is it me?
You are.
Okay,
Yeah.
now I was raised in a big extended family and never fully got to know my Uncle Val until I was older.
Not that I didn't have the opportunity to be around him much. It was just that he was reserved, and as a kid I mistook his quiet demeanor for indifference and thought he was just unhappy or mean.
As I grew older, I realized this was not the case.
Where are we?
My Uncle Val grew up
Fuck.
in
Second paragraph.
Argentina.
Wait, okay, I got it. My Uncle Val grew up in Argentina and was part of a very different culture as a boy.
In many South American countries, traditional households still exist, and back when he was a kid, they were very traditional, which is another way to say patriarchal.
Uncle Val grew up with an innate sense of masculinity as he was surrounded by it, and how manhood is to be applied, as well as how leadership and direction are essential for a happy life and happy home.
My Uncle Val is not wealthy. He's a blue-collar worker and goes to a pretty mundane job every day. He has 4 daughters and a wife, all of whom are the happiest females I have ever known, and I do not make that statement flippantly.
Why do I care about Uncle Val? What the fuck is this?
I wish every one of you could witness just how happy these people are.
Alright, good for Uncle Val. Alright, next
Yeah,
paragraph.
why do you say great post underneath it? That's what I want to know right now.
Yeah, me too. What? I put great post. I must have been out of my fucking mind.
Yeah, you must
Hypocrisy.
I'm gonna have to edit this post.
have made a mistake.
I must have been fucking delusional.
Well, maybe you're talking about the mangina concept. You're like, oh, that's pretty cool, but
I thought. Here's the thing. It's not a great post for getting to know him, but it's a.
Seeing him observe all this.
A great story.
No, it's a great story. This is
Yeah.
bad. This is bad because it's telling him it's a great expression post when this is not the point of expression. So I need to edit. Edit.
Yeah, you definitely need to edit it.
Maybe that's why you stopped posting.
Yeah.
Not that.
Sorry,
Expressed it really well.
my feedback was not on point. This is a great story, but as an expression post, this is terrible. It says what, Zenik?
Nothing about
Almost nothing about you.
It says nothing about you. Alright, so I'm going to leave corrected feedback. Copy. Even I got tricked. Alright. And I might as well, since he's not going to...
I think you should post again or something.
Yeah, I should definitely post it because he's not going to go back and read that and go, oh.
Yeah, check out your...
Oh, look it, I got a great post. Alright, so let me say, please see my first feedback response as it was not
Please,
bye? Clear at all.
Oh, okay.
Alright, there we go.
Made a mistake.
I know, fucking terrible. All this time, no wonder why he was
Yeah.
a terrible expression. I had fucking encouraged him to have a terrible
Yeah,
expression.
he's like, great.
I'm doing good, woo! Alright, let's go to Rye Bread. Have we heard from Rye Bread?
He came to one class and then he didn't come to the next class.
Oh, this was Mr. Rape and Murder, right?
Yeah, shit.
Did we
Storyteller.
Did we talk about this? Storyteller guy?
I think you commented on his post.
I made a comment, but I don't know if we ever talked about it.
No, we didn't.
Alright, let's go over it. Do it.
Another story.
You start, Mark.
Once
Yeah,
upon a time, several years ago, I awoke with my alarm and stumbled to the bathroom.
My mind was filled with half-formed primal thoughts of rape and murder as I stared at my blurry visage in the mirror while waiting for my vision to clear.
As I gained awareness, I saw something that would change my life.
As I gained awareness, I saw something that would change my life and bore the rest of the Manhood Academy students as I read.
As I gained awareness, I saw something that would change my life.
Should I go on, Plum, or you can...
Go.
On my cheek, there was a spider.
This was what I like to call a medium spider.
It was not thin and insubstantial like a daddy long legs, but it also did not have a bulbous abdomen like a fat spider.
It was at the size where I knew if I squished it, there would be spider goo everywhere.
Whether or not I screamed like a child is irrelevant.
What matters is that the terribly stupid actions of this one spider would affect the lives of countless spiders that I have come in contact with over the years.
What matters is that my reading is terrible and nobody will care about the spiders because they will all fall asleep when I read.
I wish somehow that I could impart this information onto that one spider's conscience. Much in the same way, an authority figure will punish the victim's peers and force the victim to look on with guilt.
However, you can rest assured that the offending spider did meet its demise down my sink drain.
The shock that I experienced was bad.
It undoubtedly caused severe brain damage.
I'll be right back.
Next.
Alas, I have to live with myself in this condition.
What? No, my only regret.
Yeah, you said that.
Undoubtedly cause severe brain damage.
My only regret is that I am completely brain dead.
My only regret is that you read like this.
Yeah, that should be my regret.
Yes, that should be your regret too.
My only regret is that I am not completely brain dead.
Alas, I have to live with myself in this condition.
But it's so hard knowing that I could be so much more. That I could be free from this affliction.
Now, when I see a spider indoors, I have to eliminate it.
Okay, what do you think so far, Zenek?
So far, it's a lot of static information talking about what the spider did. I mean, overall, I found it somewhat interesting because it tells me, oh, well, this guy's really afraid of spiders, so it tells me something. But it's just not a very, it's not a very enticing something that I learned. And other than that, the things, it feels like it's over-exaggerated.
It's like trying to tell a story about a spider and make the story interesting.
Yeah.
I don't care about your storytelling abilities. Boggles.
Yeah, initially I was kind of like, oh wow, the way he's telling the story is kind of cool. But then I'm like, it's later on I was like, well, it's kind of exaggerated and it doesn't tell me much about him.
Yes,
so,
the first thing that turned me off was immediately when I came across primal thoughts of rape and murder in the very first paragraph. I don't know if he's dreaming about rape and murder. I don't know if he's a rapist and a murderer, or if he's just using it as exaggeration. It sounds to me like exaggeration for no reason at all. It just throws me off. What's that have to do with anything?
Yeah, I felt the exact same way.
Really? I felt differently.
Oh.
This is rape and
Catch our
murder.
attention.
Yeah, it caught my attention. I was thinking, what the hell's going on?
Yeah, what's going on? It's rape and murder.
And then it doesn't say anything.
And then it doesn't say anything about it.
What just happened?
So now it's a fucking distraction.
Yeah.
Yep.
Alright. DKO? That's it?
I mean, yeah, that's it. That's just what I mean. That's it.
That's it.
1 out of 10.
We heard from Boggle Paper.
I don't like the story so far because he's talking about the spider, but he's not sharing his feelings and thoughts about the spider. So instead of learning about rye bread as he's talking about the spider doing his own thing, I'm just learning about the spider, but I don't care about the spider. I care about rye bread.
Okay, and also the exaggeration goes on and that he has severe brain damage and now there's an affliction. He's trying to make this into like a funny, corny story, like, it's supposed to be charming and endearing. I'm scared of spiders now. I have an affliction of spiders. When really it's not an affliction. He's just trying to make a charming story out of some kind of, childhood trauma with a spider. I have severe brain damage. Now I have this. I must free myself from this affliction. It sounds like he's trying to cure himself of AIDS, but it's really just he's just talking about he's scared of the spiders now.
You know what's funny? It kind of sounds like Big L when you say it like that. It's
Exactly like that. All right.
sucks.
I can't take any more of this one. That's the point of that one. All right. Let's see. The end. Boggles. Let's see if Boggles has anything to wake us up with at the end. All right, Boggles.
Oh, Boggles.
You're batting
like
cleanup.
Oh,
Oh, did we talk about Crunchy White Yo's post? I thought we covered his. Did we cover his?
Yes, I'm pretty sure we did.
All right.
Have to go page 58. This is
58. All right, Bogley. Hopefully you have something good for us. From all
carrots.
this painful reading, hopefully there's some light at the end of the tunnel.
Alright. This is actually not that great, but anyways. I haven't written an expression post in 2 days.
Who cares?
So many thoughts left unsaid.
Who cares?
The world will never know. Zinnik will never know. I can't have that
Who
happen.
cares?
I can't let the Zinnik down.
Who cares?
What? I have to make it up.
Who cares?
Well, here's today.
Who cares?
So many distractions from writing my post.
Who cares?
Yeah, it's pretty bad. Something or the other comes up.
Who cares?
I can't have 2 days in a row. It's not good for my expression health.
Yeah, who
I
cares?
gotta stop this.
Who cares?
It's my expression muscles getting lazy.
Who cares?
I get lazy.
Who cares? Who cares? I think we have to world that we live in now. It's artificial.
I think of the artificial world that we live in now.
Oh, here we go.
It's so artificial for men and women. I shouldn't ever be scared of women. It's so dysfunctional, our current state. It's like we live in a bad dream and we can't wake up. The dream goes on. Then I all of a sudden transition. Reflecting and analyzing my thoughts is hard. Why? Because it's easier to go on as a zombie. Even though life is not easy for zombies, the short-term pleasure still deceives me. There's a new student on here. This guy goes to the same school I took classes at. Plum's ability to pull students in amazes me. I mean, I went to this school, Plum didn't, and I would have never gotten to know this guy or brought him to the site. Plum got this guy here, even though he didn't go to that school. Being a magnet like that, quite something. Bad grammar. It makes me think about how much more I could be
Alright, I
doing.
can't stand this poster. Anything else here? Anything else? Let's see. Artificial life. How about this one?
Alright. Artificial life. AL. So, this sounds something like the movie AI.
Okay, let's hold on. So the rest of us can stay awake. Let's read this in order.
Okay.
Artificial life. Ale. This sounds something like the movie AI.
I was going to ramble. Oh, snaps. I got the Are you still there? I was going to ramble on 10 different things like I usually do, but thanks to my bros' feedback, I'm going to try to limit myself.
Here we see the limitation principle in play.
I like seeing the principles in play in different facets of my life.
Anyway, getting back to my discussion of artificial life.
I find all this limited social interaction in my life makes life feel more mechanical and less about living it.
If I don't socialize, I wake up early and go to work.
I do my work, eat food, drive back home, watch something on a computer, perhaps read off, and then go to sleep.
And then talk like this the rest of my life.
That's said.
Alright. I will then keep repeating this pattern over and over again, each time doing the same thing, making me less of a human, but more like a robot doing mundane tasks over and over again.
Now, add the element of socialization, and that puts a whole new spin on this otherwise boring existence.
Socialization gives me the fullness feeling that I need.
It makes life real.
It makes my existence more enjoyable and fulfilling.
I am supposed to be talking to others, cracking jokes, feeding off other people's reaction, and not just be surrounded by machines and live in my own head as I react to machines' stimulus.
Yes, as I react. I do not react to this. I react to, it makes my existence more enjoyable and fulfilling. I'm supposed to be talking to others, cracking jokes, feeding off of other people's reactions, and not just be surrounded by machines. Not be surrounded by Indians, reading like this. And live my life, and live in my own head as I react to machine stimulus, like Mr. Care Bear. I need somebody to express themselves. This is a necessity in life.
I never liked watching movies showing super advanced future civilizations.
I don't want to be living in a spaceship.
I want to live in reality.
I want real friends.
I want to experience real moments where I make a connection with a fellow bro.
Where are we?
I find that bonding, last sentence here, I find that
bonding and building relationship is what makes me feel alive.
I do not feel alive when I read like this. I feel that bonding and building relationships is what makes me feel alive.
This keeps me grounded in reality.
One of the other sides of this increasingly artificial life that we live is in the feminized modern society.
I cannot be the man that I want to be.
It's much harder.
I have to behave like a good little bitch when I am in most social situations.
I have to try harder to be open and social with my bros, unlike how men had to me in the past. When men weren't scared to speak the truth loudly and shared their thoughts in a candid manner with an authoritative presence.
Yeah, it's just the opposite of the way this guy's reading. I have to try harder to be open and social with my bros, unlike Mr. Care Bear in the past, when Care Bear was scared to speak the truth loudly and share his thoughts in a candid manner with an authoritative presence and a voice that people could hear, that had voice inflection, that had his thoughts and feelings in it.
Men could freely bond and be social in groups without worrying about how others would perceive them.
There wasn't this, we need to be appropriate because there's a couple of sensitive bitches among us who might get offended very easily. Unnatural nonsense setting.
I am surrounded by a world full of manginas. This does not feel right. It's such a deviation from the ideal reality I crave to experience as a man.
What did you think, Zenik?
I actually thought this was pretty good. I like this one. It really expanded on what he was talking about the earlier post. But I remember the first time I read it, the grammar was awful. So I want to say good job, Bogler.
Thank you. Kaligata pointed it out again, so I was like, finally, I have to fix the grammar.
Good work. It looks really good right now.
It looks less crappy. It's still a piece of crap, but it's not a diarrhea. It's just a solid crap now.
It's evolving. Take it out.
Yes. I'm starting to like Bog's expression posts. I like the first paragraph because he sets it up about what he's going to talk about. and Artificial Life. That was pretty cool because I felt the same way he used to feel about like last year. And then the second paragraph, it was pretty cool. He got into it. He delved into what he wanted to talk about, cracking jokes, feeding other people's reactions and all that stuff. I liked it. And then the last paragraph I liked even more because he started talking about his about situations. Especially the part where I read. I think I just like it because I read that part. But it was good all in all. I'd give it a 7 out of 10.
You my boy.
Paper.
I thought this entry was so boring until I got to the last paragraph.
Oh, yeah.
The reason why I found the first 2 paragraphs boring was because he was giving too much static information without really telling me why. Like, he didn't really get down. He wasn't really descriptive about what he thinks about artificial life and like what his feelings and thoughts are about it. He was just giving me vague information. On the other hand, when he got to the third paragraph, see, I like this a lot because I can relate to what he was talking about. I feel the same way about how society is nowadays, especially with the following sentence. He said that there wasn't this, we need to be appropriate because there's a couple of sensitive bitches among us who might get offended very easily. When I read that sentence, I'm like, damn, dude, I know exactly what he's talking about. I felt that, and that's what made me like this post after all.
Well, unlike you, I actually liked paragraph 2. That was my favorite paragraph because it shared his personal thoughts with me. It says, I want real friends. I want to live in reality. I never liked watching movies. I want in a super advanced future. So I get to see some insight into what he likes, what he wants, what he thinks about things. So, I think there's some personal thoughts in here that I think are great for an expression post to talk about how he sees things, what he wants from things, his expectations, etc. So there's some personal thoughts being conveyed here that I find rather touching. Did we cover everybody? Anybody else? Oh, Mr. Care Bear.
Times for grammar.
Mr. Care Bear.
Yeah, we covered everybody.
You didn't say what? You didn't give your opinion.
He's Mr. Robot.
Yeah, I don't really have an opinion because I was concentrating so hard on my reading, I forgot what it was all about.
Okay. Thank you guys. Any last questions or comments?
Yes, I actually did have a question right now.
Yes, go ahead.
I was thinking about the student's correct take about my expression thread today.
Yes.
Go on.
What? You want what?
Wait. Yeah, and yes. So and a lot of them said that it's not really an expression post, right?
Okay.
But in the podcast 103, you said we could use the expression post for everything we want.
Yes, you can.
So
you could also put a shopping list in there if you want.
Yeah. So I mean, the other guys criticizing me that it wasn't really an expression post doesn't make sense because it was just an opening for me.
Well, great. We enjoy your excuse. We're going to put your excuse on the excuse wall, and we'll get into it. We'll investigate it, and we'll get back to you on that.
Get back to you.
Anybody else? Anybody else? Yes.
I have a question, DKO.
Yes. DKO.
I'm going to school right now.
Yes.
And I have this dilemma going on in my head.
Mm-hmm.
It's about getting a girlfriend.
Okay.
Now, should I I know I should focus more on school, but would it be a distraction if I had a girlfriend instead of focusing 100% on school?
Well, how are your relationships with the other students at the academy?
Bad.
Okay, well, Boggles will talk to you about your question then later on.
Right.
Any other questions or comments?
I have one quick
Yes,
comment.
Zenik.
You should check out part 2 of my post because I think it's the best part of it.
I'm waiting for it. Cliffhanger. All right.
Yeah.
I'll get to
I
that.
have a question about girls' periods, but I think I'll ask someone else.
Yeah, we'll take that later. Okay, thank you guys for another wonderful podcast. We'll see you next time.